West Kalimantan, Borneo. A part of Indonesia as diverse in wildlife as it is in culture. A world where generations have always lived in harmony with the forest and its most famous ambassador, the orangutan. A world that has now changed.
This is a stereotypical behavior, abnormal behavior because they are in captivity. You see that his bones are not straight. This is called rickets. In this case, this animal has lived the whole life, maybe 10 years, just chained up. The numbers are just increasing because their habitat is disappearing, so the orangutans don't have any more a place to live.
There are orangutan rescue centres throughout Borneo, but here in West Kalimantan there has been nothing sufficient. Until now. International Animal Rescue has taken over this run-down temporary facility in Katapang, and the race is on to transform it into a permanent place where rescued orangutans can be rehabilitated and prepared for release back to the wild. There is still a lot of work to be done.
The idea is a long-term project to try and rescue, rehabilitate and release these animals, not setting up a zoo where these animals just stay inside enclosures like this. The life for an orangutan in a cage this size must be pretty limited. When you look at it, it's probably 3 or 4 paces, and there's actually no height to it at all. My head's touching the top here. So basically, I'm never going to be able to go up. This is something at least we can do with the new cages. At least they can get onto the bars and climb up and go across and go back down the side. So, I mean, the new enclosure is nothing special, but it's actually giving them so much more room to move in. So I'm really pleased with them.
The construction of large, suitable enclosures is already well underway, the first of which has already been built and put up in readiness for the imminent arrival of Jingo. Held at the Forestry Department offices of Pontianak, the capital of West Kalimantan and a long way away, Jingo is a 6-year-old male. His parents were almost certainly killed when he was a baby, and he has been kept illegally on a plantation ever since. International Animal Rescue can now offer him hope of a much better life at their new rescue and rehabilitation facility.
We rescue orangutans not only from plantations but also from people. People sometimes keep them as pets in very, very bad condition. We have cases of malnutrition and other diseases, and they get also diseases from humans. So throughout the rehabilitation process, part of the process is also to test them for diseases, to do all the tests and cure them from all possible diseases before they can be returned into the wild.
International Animal Rescue is working closely with the Forestry Department to offer sanctuary and hope to the many displaced orangutans of West Kalimantan.
Okay.
The task is huge, and the clock is ticking for this great ape.
I think we are still on time if we do things quickly, if we take this seriously and we understand that this is an emergency.
With an inevitable influx of orangutans arriving over the coming months and years ahead, the need for financial support is pressing.
This enclosure will cost around $16,000, which sounds like an awful lot of money, but I think you'll agree these guys in here are far, far better and far happier. So I think it's money well spent. Seeing baby orangutans being taken off plantations, hog-tied to poles, it's just too much for me to bear. Rescuing those animals and bringing them into a place like this is something I'm passionate about, so I'm delighted to be involved, and hopefully our supporters will want to support a very worthy project like this.
The orangutan is a gentle giant and the largest tree-dwelling animal on Earth. It is also our cousin. International Animal Rescue is the only charity rescuing orangutans in West Kalimantan, but they need financial support to carry out this work. If you pledge your money now, you'll have done your bit in the fight to stop the exploitation of these great apes. Please help us and help save the orangutan.
It's been a real pleasure to help you, all right?